pain, but I can't let you hurt me ever again. What I gotta do to be loved? What I gotta do to see love? A battle I'm sure to lose. Chest wide open from the exit wounds, and you pull the trigger. But if I say what you want me to say,
Sister Late.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but you was with your camera went on.
My bad. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm right here.
All right. Get my stuff right. All right, season 5 Cal Podcast. We back. Y'all already know this season what we're doing. We're talking about Black women. We're gonna get to it. Season 4, we're talking about Black men. But this is a first, because I think I'm the first, and usually always the first to do something with this Cal Podcast. You already know Quita and Perk get on late. But this guest for tonight in this episode is kind of dear to me. First, she's born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. Second, she's a graduate of Stanton Preparatory College High School here in Jacksonville. It's like one of the top 5 high schools in the nation. She's also a graduate of Bethune-Cookman, that school in Daytona. She was a flag girl as well, and she's also, most importantly, my mama's second child. So we want to welcome to the Cal Podcast, the one and only, my sister, Melinda STURGIS.
Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the Cal Podcast, Melinda.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I wish you told me he was going to be smoking a cigar. I would have got mine, but it's okay.
Nah. We don't need that. I'm the only one who smokes on this podcast.
Well, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, I know you're under that. So, Melinda, how we do this? First question that we start off with the Cal Podcast. I did not come up with this question. We stole this from Charlamagne the God from the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
But how are you doing mentally and physically with everything going on from COVID up to now?
Mentally, I'm better. Physically, I'm getting there. Still working out. Need to do better and consistently with that. But other than that, I think I'm good.
Okay. And usually the next question when we ask people, I already know this answer, but the question is, do you still got it? Do you still got the taser that I gave you?
Yes. You want me to go get it?
No. I just want to know, are you licensed?
I didn't know I needed a license for that.
Yeah. On the Cal Podcast, we always ask women, do they got a gun license or a license? Now, I know you don't have a gun.
Or a gun no, okay.
You still need a license because you're in the state of Texas to have a taser.
Okay. I'm working.
So please get that done. So, all right. Now, those 2 questions get out of the way. Now, season 5, we're talking about Black women. And we got new additions. So we got our cards from tonight's conversation. All right. I'm gonna ask you 7 questions. You're gonna pick 7 cards, all right?
Okay.
So you can choose. You can either pick 4 nasty, 3 relationship, or 3 relationship, 4 nasty. Since I'm your brother, you're getting 4 relationship, 3 nasty. So deal with it. All right. Deal with it. All right, okay. So Melinda, yes. I gotta ask you, in the year 2023, what is the state of Black women?
State of Black women. I think the state of Black women right now is either we're finding ourselves or we found ourselves and we are at a state of, being comfortable with who we are. As far as the women who are finding themselves, they're taking themselves out of like the dating game, and they're really, really doing some soul searching. A lot of women, I feel, especially women in my generation, they've gone through a lot of changes, dealing with generational curses, dealing with, within the Black community, dealing with being single mothers, their careers. So they're really doing some soul searching and trying to figure out where their place is in this world. As far as the women who have found themselves, they're at a place right now where they're comfortable with who they are, and they're just continuing to grow and grasp and bask in their feminism. So I strongly believe that as a Black woman in today's day and age, that's where you are mentally. Either you're on your way there, or you're there and you're riding along with it.
So is that something that you say is personal or systematic?
It's a good question. I think my response is, I would say a little bit of both, because I personally am definitely on the verge of finding who I am and my place in this world. So yeah, I'd say it's personal.
So as your brother, why do you say that? Like, how did you come to that point in your life? You're like, I'm on my journey. Like, is it stuff you've been through, or is it stuff that you just come to realize?
I would say it was it's definitely stuff that I've been through, because the things that I've been through has literally made me the woman that I am right now. But because of traumas that have happened and things that I've allowed to happen in my life, I needed to do some soul searching, because I was allowing everybody to dictate who I am. And as a Black woman, anybody, that's a very dangerous thing. But as a Black woman, I think that's extremely dangerous, seeing as though, according to society standards, we're the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, it is. It's literally white men, Black men, white women, Black women.
Right. And when you think about it, the Black man, you're 1 degree away from white supremacy, and the white woman is 1 degree away from white supremacy. As opposed to Black women, we're under there. It's like, it's white men, Black men and white men, y'all are neck and neck, and then it's us. That's the way I see it.
That's the way I want to do. Okay, so being a Black woman, being a Black single woman, what are some problems that you deal with on a day-to-day basis? That, from a point of view, like, no, as me, I'm Black, but I would never be a woman.
Right.
What is stuff that you think? No, let's even talk about Black women. Just you in person that you struggle with on a day-to-day that might not be common to the ordinary eye.
Me personally, I struggle with people assuming the wrong things about me. I mean, like, not even like being holding to the stereotypes that Black women hold, being loud and rowdy and ghetto and angry, especially because, I'm a Black woman, I'm a dark-skinned Black woman. But something that I also deal with, because
you're tall.
Exactly. And I'm tall. So like, my stature alone, my color alone, it's very off-putting, and it adds to like the stereotypes that people have placed on us. But me, and people who know me, I'm not that type of person at all. But something that I deal with personally, being 34 and single, is people automatically just assume that because I'm 34 and that I'm single, that there's something wrong with me. And then after they assume that there's something wrong with me, they automatically assume that, well, maybe she just don't like men, that I'm a part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I'm like, no. I mean, I ain't got a problem. If that's your bag, do you, boo-boo. But the fact that you just assume that about me because I'm single, yeah, that's something that I deal with quite often, more often than none.
Mm-hmm. Season 5, Cal Podcast, we're talking about Black women. All right, Melinda, we're going to the question. Do you want a nasty question or a relationship question?
We'll start with a relationship question.
Relationship question. All right, Melinda, first question.
Okay.
When you're having a stressful day, what would you like your mate to do?
I would like for my mate to cook dinner, because, yeah, if I'm having a stressful day, the last thing that I want to do is make another decision when I come home. The last thing I want to do is figure out what I'm going to eat, or, did I forget to put the laundry in, make it so that when I get home, I don't have to make no decisions. And the only thing I need to do is just come in, sit down, eat a plate of food. I don't care if that food is baked chicken and corn on the cob. I don't care if it's, a hot dog with no bun, just the thought that counts, the thought that you tried to soothe and make one decision. Like you could put a candy bar in front of me and a bottle of water and I might cry. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Questions from tonight conversation. Shout out to Ace Metaphor where I got a question. So Melinda, we just passed Valentine's Day.
Yes.
How was your Valentine's Day?
I didn't have a Valentine, so there's that.
I asked, how was your day?
Okay. How was my day? My day was okay. Yeah, it was okay. I just cleaned up around the house. I got called into work. I worked 2 jobs. I got called into my second job, so I went and I made a little money. And then I ended off the evening just having drinks with a friend of mine, and then I went to sleep. So it was okay.
So how's the dating scene in Houston? Because you are there.
Yes.
We have some people on from Houston, and they said what they say, but I'm not going to answer. I'm going to let you answer. How's the dating scene in Houston?
The dating scene, in my opinion, the dating scene in Houston is pretty good. Granted, I'm not dating anybody right now, but I mean, compared to where I was when I was in Jacksonville, it's a step up just because I have more options. Because Houston is like, it's a serious melting pot for a multitude of different cultures. And I'm one to not discriminate against any other culture that's interested in me, i.e. I don't just date Black men. So when I say like the options are endless, that it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. But I mean, so far, it's been fine to me, but I'm still looking.
So as a Black woman, as a single Black woman, do you feel like the pool is thin for you? Because you say you're not just dating Black men. So I'm assuming you're dating Mexican. If you bring a white man, we're going to clown him.
No, believe it or not, no white men. And believe it or not, no Hispanic men. Like you got to think outside the box. Like when I say this is a melting pot, because I mean just that. I've had more success with men from the Middle East and Eastern civilization than I have with anything. I've had dates with men from Africa, a guy from Pakistan and an Iranian. I don't think I pronounced that right. A couple guys from India, an Asian man, a Russian man. Yeah, like it's like literally these are the type of men that come to me because they said that I guess they have a preference for a Black woman, which is something that I never thought, other races would have. But apparently that's a thing that I'm finding out now, that other cultures and other races other than Black men have a really, really strong interest in Black women. And I thought that maybe that it was just like a fetish, like they fetishize about us. But no, like they say, like, no, just the way we carry ourselves and like our strong beliefs and all that stuff is what attracts them to us.
Yeah, we're going to have to definitely have a conversation. So, all right. Jesus. So, but
get mad because this okay, like seriously, this is the thing. Like I can understand if if a man comes to me, no matter what color he is, no matter what race, if a man comes to me and he says, hey, I'm interested in you, and he wants to get to know me, has a genuine, interest in wanting to get to know me, and then wants to take me out and show me a nice time, and if I'm interested in that person, especially if the vibe is right, why would I say no? And sadly enough, the majority of the men who actually take me out on dates are not Black men. So I don't know where the miscommunication is, or whether that's just a vibe I'm giving. I don't know. But these are the type of men that literally within like a couple days of meeting me, they're like, hey, I want to take you out. I want to get to know you. With Black men, I think I developed text message relationships with them. And then eventually they never ask me, hey, can I take you out, or let's meet for coffee or something like that. It's just, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Well. That's one thing. But do you think black men and black women have a terrible mindset when it comes to dating, or is just Netflix and chill?
I think as a culture, as a Black culture, that we should definitely, I don't want to say raise our standards, but we shouldn't just expect the bare minimum. And I think that's where a lot of miscommunication happens, because it's the bare minimum, to ask me out on a date. And I barely get that from Black men. So I don't know where there's a disconnect in the Black community between Black men and Black women for right now. It's been going on for a while, but it's definitely taken a strong leap in the wrong direction most recently. I don't know what it's going to take for us to come back, to be honest with you. But yeah.
Okay. So my next question is, as Quita comes in, the camera not on. Quita, turn your camera on. So my next question, until she come on, do you think, as a Black woman, do you know when a man is desiring you or valuing you? Can you break down the difference?
When a man is desiring me or valuing me.
Like, you know for a fact that I'm talking to this guy and this man really wants to be with me and not just wait and wait. And I'm saying this with my sister just to get the booty.
Okay. I don't think I do know, but at the same time, I guess you
felt it.
I try to look for those red flags. Like, there's subtle hints that I picked up in the dating game, because it's a game no matter what people try to say. There's subtle hints that I picked up that instantly tell me, okay, this is not what this is. So, like, if we're talking to each other and you immediately start calling me baby and we haven't even met yet, that's a red flag. Or if, we started talking and like you haven't asked me out on a date yet, but you want to come over to my place, or you want me to come over to your place, that's a red flag. And but all of these things happen more often than none. So
okay. Go ahead.
As far as like a man, like just trying to get something from me, or a man who genuinely wants to be with me, I think that's like a surefire way of telling the difference. Like, everybody knows what red flags are, and everybody has their own personal red flags that they look for because they have, their own sets of standards and morals and values. So just me personally, those are the things that I look for to kind of vet out who's actually genuinely wanting to get to know me, and men who are just there to waste my time because they just want the one thing from me.
Okay. Melinda, this is Quita. Quita, this is Melinda.
Hello.
Hello.
Me too.
Nice to meet you as well.
You already met her before, Quita.
What?
Hold on, don't say nothing. Because where's it? Where's the picture? Yeah.
I'm scared.
This is my sister.
Oh God.
Oh.
That is such an old picture of me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, sister.
Let me see if I only update picture I really got.
Oh my goodness. Men don't never have what they need.
This is all I got. I ain't got much.
Oh, that's a bad picture. I done lost so much weight. You can look at my face.
She has. She came on one night. Was it after, or was it?
She came to the house. In Houston. She live in Houston.
When we was in the
You were there?
backyard.
You were there that night?
Yeah.
I was in
I had a wig on.
That's fine, sis. Let's go.
Oh,
She did. Was
Yeah.
that before you got high?
Yeah. Way before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a video on YouTube. You could go look it up. I put it up.
It was bad.
I don't want to look it up. I'm good.
So
It was bad. He was crying for like 5 hours.
so. All right, Melinda, going back to our questions. Questions.
I like what Quita talking about. This is funny.
It's not. You can look. The video is up on YouTube. You can go look at it.
Of you
Like,
crying? You're crying on YouTube?
It's Quita is the video up on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Okay,
When it comes to anything dealing with me and the cap, I talk more about me on here than I talk about anybody else. Only thing I tell people about Quita is Quita used to have an OnlyFans.
I did.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. A lot of fun. Whole lot of fun.
Okay, I'll touch your mind.
So-
You like it, I love it.
All right. Hate to do this, but we're going back to my questions. I'm about to ask my sister a nasty question, but here we go.
Here we go. Let's go.
All right. So you cannot say it, but I just want you to clarify. But do you have a spot? And what does it take for a man to get to it?
You don't want me to say?
Don't say the
How the hell is
spot.
she supposed to answer the question? Oh,
Easy.
okay.
Just say what all it takes. Don't tell the spot.
Okay.
I'm being
Yeah.
real PG tonight.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Just
Girl.
whisper it.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. What would it take? You will have to play your cards right. That's all.
We're gonna leave it at that. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Keep it moving. All right. So, as a Black woman in 2023, what do you think that Black women need to do better?
I think we need to do a better job at taking care of ourselves. Self-care, self-maintenance. All that stuff matters. Too often than none, I see girls walking around, and I hate to say it, like they don't wear bras nowadays, and I don't get that because I wasn't raised that way. Like they don't wear bras. They don't know, like when you're in the presence of a gentleman, you don't touch a door handle. They'll just grab it and walk right in. They don't believe in, keeping their nails good. Like you ain't got to get like fancy designs like me, but like get a nice manicure. Keep your toes looking good. You don't have to, wear a wig, but keep your hair looking nice. Do you have an OBGYN? Do you have a primary care physician? When's the last time you've been to the dentist? Do you care about feminine hygiene? So and what's making it so bad, some of these things are, like I said, are just the standard, but then there's levels to it, like, do you have a standard as far as like your appearance and what you wear on a daily basis? When's the last time you bought new underwear? When's the last time you bought yourself, some nice lingerie? Every woman should have these standard things. Your closet shouldn't just be filled with just jeans and sweatpants. Get you a nice dress, buy a nice skirt. It's the feminine side of you that I think Black women needs to really start exuding more and embracing more, because I don't know about you guys, but this thing about the soft life, I'm all for it, to where, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Quita, you was about to say something?
I'm trying to get to the soft life. Okay, so she said about not grabbing door handles. So I'm sure I said this last season. I'm teaching my boys, to hold the door or open the door for women, as you see them coming. If they're carrying something, grab the box or whatever it is. It's been several times that this has happened with young men and adult men. I've held the door open and they don't even have the decency to even touch the door.
Ooh.
They will walk through the door.
Ooh.
They do. Some people do say thank you, but it pisses me off that you don't even have the decency to try to grab the door. Like,
from me, like to take over this simple chivalrous task right here. Like, oh,
be damn near, I'd be like, you can get the door, bitch. I froze. I know how men feel when a woman do not say thank you when he opens the door for her, because I'd be so upset that they won't even at least act like you was gonna touch the door or something. Dang. Yeah. Or if you try to beat me through the door, like, sir, it wasn't that serious. You can go first.
Well, that's that. So when it comes to that, don't open the. I wouldn't dare. So a woman tried to open the door for me, and I told her to go first. She was like, "No, go." I like, "No, go first." When you open a door and a man coming through, if he walked through, close the door.
Wait, I mean, what? You know, sometimes you'll already be coming through the door, so you just out of common courtesy.
If you open the door first and you see a man coming behind you, if he don't go to the door, close it. No matter what, he gonna call you the B word. He gonna say what he want to say, but it's the right thing to do.
Like I said, close the door. That'd be so funny.
You don't know how many times a woman will open door for me and I just stand there like, no, you go through. No, she'd be like, no, I ain't finna go through until you go through.
Say, ma'am, I wasn't raised like that.
So if that happens, I can't do that. I would never let a woman. Only way I let a woman hold the door for me if I got something heavy in my hand.
But see, I kind of feel like this thing, it comes full circle, because that's something that us as women, we need to start embracing, embracing the feminine side and allowing a man to do this. But at the same time, that's something that, like you said, young men and men in general need to start actually doing. That way the women can be used to practices like this. So it's like the fact that there are men who will not take over the job, or I've literally had men just literally shut the door in front of my face. They'll turn around, see that I was walking through, and still will keep going. They will not bother to open up the door for me. And this has happened with Black men, white men, young men, old men. So that's something that I think needs to be instilled in men, period, is that act of chivalry, just a simple act of something as simple as opening up the door. I ain't asking you to run for president. I ain't asking you to cure AIDS. Open the door.
So let me ask you this: with chivalry, is chivalry dead or was it killed?
I think both.
I think chivalry.
It's not dead.
I think chivalry caught COVID, and it just
there we go.
It just ain't got better yet. It ain't when it got shots and nothing. So, because chivalry isn't just based on the man's actions, the chivalry is also based on the woman's response to it. So if a woman doesn't know how to respond to it, then how can she know that this act is being carried out? Because some women get defensive. You don't think I don't know how to order my... Hold up, woman. That's not what's going on here. And some men will get defensive. Why you can't open up the door for me? I need to walk through the door. Sir, that's not what's going on here. So I think the understanding of chivalry, maybe people just need to learn about this or be trained on this type of stuff. And all this stuff is supposed to be taught to you, as a young man and as a young woman. But if people don't know to teach these things, young people don't know how to teach these things to their kids, because you got our generations that's bringing up another generation. Then you got the generation behind us that's already having babies bringing up another generation. I don't know when the circle or when the cycle of not knowing what chivalry is going to end. Like, who's going to lead? Who's going to be responsible for this type of act? Something to think about as I sit.
Quita,
okay, so I don't.
No. This one never respond to you, because I'm gonna ask this question because Quita's an alpha. We didn't had this discussion plenty times. Melinda, what are you, an alpha or a beta?
I don't know what I am. I'm Melinda. I honestly don't.
She said I'm Melinda.
Yeah.
So Quita's an alpha, and she's real strong minded when it comes to certain situations.
Okay.
But Quita also has a feminine side as well.
Okay.
Now, do you know I have to remind people that I'm a girl?
I have to.
I'll be like, they be shocked when I do certain things, and I'll be like, I'm a real girl.
Right. But that alpha comes out a lot. So I know reason why she get the bulk of half of the stuff she get. So do you think women need to literally sometimes just say, hey, let me be a woman right now? Because it is going to come a time you're going to have to stand up and do stuff. By the way, Quita, my sister still got the taser that I gave her, which you haven't got your gun license. I just want to point it out. But do come a time where a woman just need to just chill out and be a woman?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I need y'all to speak up.
A woman always wants to be a woman, but men have failed in their position for so long. We had to become a woman.
I think it's just the men y'all deal with.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You are not. Listen. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this in 2020.
We're not doing it.
We're not doing this in 20. No, you will not be one of the men that say, well, you need to pick better men. No.
No. First of all, this season dealing with black women. Last season dealing with black men. So we ain't dealing with black men. We had a whole season dealing with them. This is about y'all.
It's about us. Okay, so since we're going there, it's about their mama.
And since we're going there, the mama should put men in that man's life to show that man. So it just so happened, me and Melinda has the same mama. My mama raised us as a single parent.
She got lost somewhere. Look at.
Yeah, she's my mama's second child. So, my mama kept men around. Now, not like men coming in the house, but she kept me in baseball. She kept me in basketball. Even deacons at the church. It was certain men she wouldn't let me get around, but it was certain men she had me around to see what a man is like. Even though my mama raised me, she knew it was certain stuff that she couldn't do or teach me. So she kept certain men around. That's what I mean. I ain't talking about like who you date. I'm talking about them type of men you're around. Because even though you might not have a man in your life and Quita's married, if you was to have a child, Melinda, you know it's certain men I'm gonna put my child around.
Right. You're right.
But okay, so my thing about that is, yes, true enough, there are certain things that you cannot teach a young man or a boy, but a woman know how she wants to be treated. Instill that in your child. Make him take out the trash. Make him do things like I tell my boys to grab the door so they know it doesn't matter who it is. They're comfortable with it because they've been doing it since they were a child. And I even told them, if she don't say thank you, it's okay. She don't owe you that no way. But you have to instill that in them. As like I posted a status, I said women are really out here raising the man that they wouldn't date.
That was a good status. What would you put on Facebook?
Yeah.
Let me go like it.
Like y'all are really out here dating your son. I mean, you're really out here raising your son to be the man that you wouldn't date. And then complain about how the man that you're dating how his mama raised him. But you're doing the same thing.
Ooh, child.
Don't do that. Don't hype her up. All right. Going back to my question.
It start with the mama.
Yeah, okay. Going back to my question, dealing with a relationship question from tonight's conversation. Melinda, when you have a problem with your spouse or mate, who do you tell first? Your spouse or your mate or your friends?
My spouse.
Why?
That's my mate, because they're the ones I have a problem with. That's the easy question.
I be needing to seek guidance. I'm sorry. Because like you said, I come off a little harsh, a little strong. So I might have to, they might tell me, okay, don't say it like that.
Well, I mean, like it's okay to like consult other people in your approach, But I'm a firm believer in, if I have a problem with you, then I'm going to come to you first. And, if I need guidance on my approach, which I agree, sometimes we do, because in the moments when we're upset, sometimes we make rash decisions and we're like, the tone will go higher than what it needs to be and just make problems worse. So I can agree with that. But as far as communication wise, like, if anything, I'll be very vague in how I would ask somebody else how to go around approaching how I come to my mate about it. They probably won't even know what I'm about to talk to them about, but my mate is going to know what the issue is before anybody.
Okay. Now, you say, I'm going back to the dating, because you said you was dating outside of your race. Yeah, I didn't know about this either, Quita, so I'm going to have a conversation with her mother about
What
this.
race was it?
Melinda dates outside of race. She's talked to a Russian, a Chinese man, a Mexican, an African, Nigeria, and all Eastern European. Because she said they the one who come to her and ask her, can I take you out?
Wait a minute.
Coffee or dinner?
I never said Eastern European. I said the Middle East.
Middle East, excuse me. So Akbar and all of them coming and asking my sister out, and she say black men, they just want to either come to her house or bring her to their house.
So this has been an interesting life for you.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's gonna get.
If I'm being honest with you, this dating outside of my race thing, it wasn't a decision that I came to very light, because I mean, I'm a black woman. Of course, I want to date and I want to marry a black man and have some beautiful black babies. However, and I've only ever dated black men up until this part of my life. I've only recently started dating out of my race, literally like from the end of 2022 up until now. So it's not even that I'm not dating black men at all. I'm saying currently right now, the men who have, been coming at me and telling me, I want to take you out, I want to treat you like a lady, have been out of my race. So who am I to deny them, especially if they have, a great personality and they're a gentleman, they're chivalrous. Why would I deny them, the pleasure of my company, especially if they're asking for it? Black men haven't been asking for that lately. They just texting me, what you doing? What you doing? When I'm gonna see you? You need to ask me. That's all you got. Like when am I gonna see you? When you gonna ask me out on a date? You'd be surprised how many times I have to answer that question when the answer is so simple and easy. If you want to see me, you plan a date. You set a date. Tell me when I got to get ready. I'll meet you there. You're not coming to pick me up because I don't know you yet. We'll save that until date number 2 because I have standards. So it's not even an issue of me not dating black men. It's just black men haven't been coming for me lately. So that's what that is. And by the way, my mama know. I told her.
Well. Anyway,
you don't like this at all.
This is my sister. I can talk to her like how I talk to her. I treat her. I basically treat her like you. So yeah, whatever. Because let me tell you how this went down, Quita. My sister literally called me. She said, first thing, how are you doing? I said, I'm doing good. The next question is, why I never been on your podcast?
That is a great question. And she has a business.
First of all, and then I told her I didn't know you wanted to be on it.
But you'd have had a king?
Huh?
Prince Akim?
Yeah, because I know the first one, I asked
you
my brother.
Had him 13 times?
I had him 3 times.
And the sister ain't never.
Because my brother is a pastor and I wanted him on for a certain episode.
Your sister's a business owner.
My sister, I just didn't know she wanted to be on the podcast.
At least he was honest.
Oh, man.
But this goes back to
we
my
got you for a great season.
Okay.
Yeah, but this goes back to what I've been saying a lot and been telling people. it's a lot of people who say they don't watch this podcast, actually watch this podcast. And just the fact that I know you watched it, I'm gonna tell you also, Dot watched the podcast. That's how she knew I cut my hair.
That's funny.
Cause she said, I knew you cut your hair because I saw you on the podcast.
Okay.
So that's that.
That's dope.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyways, my sister here, season 5. We talking about Black women. I got my sister, my mother's second child in the calf with us. So who do you got any questions for?
I don't.
Or you just want me to keep rolling?
We going.
We're going. All right, Melinda. So you told me what Black women need to do better. What are some things that Black women are doing where it's like, I rock with that, I like that, I like where we're going?
Ooh, glowing up.
Mm.
Yeah, like when I tell you Black women are glowing up, especially like in careers, like statistics have said that there are more Black woman business owners now than ever before.
Yeah.
Like small businesses, large businesses, women taking over, Black women taking over companies, COOs, CFOs, CEOs, Vice President of the United States of America. So definitely, I think Black women are finding their space in this business of a country that we live in, and really like, I want to say, not even designating a seat at the table. We're almost creating our own table at this rate that we're going at right now, because all of my friends, from what I can tell, are business owners, except for maybe a couple of them. And I see you have a screen around, Quita. You got, what's that in behind you?
So before we go there, shout out to Quita for winning Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi best decorator. She won that award when it was last Saturday.
Last Saturday, yes.
Last Saturday. So she won that award. So big ups to you for winning that. Touch of Glass. Make sure y'all go follow her on Instagram. Go follow her YouTube page and on Facebook. So shout out to Quita. So
Yes.
Y'all be shame. I don't be liking to be in the spotlight. Like
that's that's another problem. She don't promote her business enough. Quita got a video right now. What it got over like 15,000 views?
I don't know. I have to go see it. Then I did some balloons on YouTube and like.
But she don't promote her business enough. But that's how she make her money, and working at Rent-A-Center.
I work for Aaron.
Same company. Blue and gold. Same company.
No, it's not.
Both of the companies are blue and gold.
They are.
Same company.
I cannot stand.
So this Black women empowerment with moving with entrepreneurs and everything, is it a good thing? Because you see women like that who are business owners, who are doing what they're doing. They saying that they don't have enough help. So is it being in this position a good thing, or is like this what you asked for?
This is what we asked for. Not even this is what we asked for. This is what we wanted. So this is what we pursued, and now we're here. As far as like help, yeah, help is hard to find because. Oh, and I hate that I'm about to say this. The majority of the help was Black women. And now here we are stepping out of this role and getting into those power moves and those positions of authority. And I don't know if it's just, people got a problem with it, but that's their problem. Is not our problem. Like, we know what we want and we know where we're going. Help is out there. We just need to venture out. And like you said, like, we do need to do better with promoting our business. Like, I know I need to do better with promoting my business. Even though my business is doing well, it can be doing way better than what it's doing right now.
Way better, so I can start working.
Oh my God. So that I can actually, put the time and effort into getting into my business if I had that type of help. So yeah.
Okay, so when you said that, the majority of the help was Black women, it's two problems. It's the fact that her skin color is Black, and it's the fact that she's a woman. Women just now, period, being able to do things and getting the pay that men have been getting for years.
Yeah.
It just became popular to be a Black person.
Ooh.
Now we're all over the TV. It took George Floyd to lose his life for them to start seeing us. Then the third problem is crabs in the bucket. They feel like, oh, I went to school for this and whoop this and that, so I earned this. You're gonna have to earn it like I earned it, instead of helping the next sister come up or giving her the steps to how she needs to come up or what she needs to do to come up. Yes. Crabs in a bucket, we pull each other down, or we just won't help at all. Because I've gone to other decorators and asked like simple questions. The only person that I've actually had pour into me, like took the time and poured into me, was Nadia. Like, she's the only person. Didn't know her from the next person. You know what I'm saying? Big Six Nadia. And she took the time and poured into me. If you need anything, you can contact me. I know people that does this, XYZ. But it's the fact that we're each other's competition, where the other races, they work together. So even when they're mad at each other, they work together.
True. So I'm asking both of y'all, why so? Like, why do?
Because they don't want us to intrude on what they got going on. They're keeping the money
Black
here.
women. I'm talking about Black women.
Black women compete with each other, because I kind of feel like that's literally I kind of feel like that's a systematic thing that was instilled in Black women to constantly compete with each other, and I hate to say it, but stuff like that literally dates all the way back to slavery, competing with each other, who was going to be, the slave of the field and who was going to be the house nigga.
The house, right.
Exactly. So like that competition has been instilled in us. I kind of feel like that competition has been weakened because of this women empowerment movement, because now we're starting to see, like, and even not just in Black women, but in all different races of women, that we're all within the same plane in some aspects. But specifically within the Black community as women, I definitely feel like it was a systematic, almost a brainwash, saying that, hey, you need to compete against her because she coming for what you got. And I really hate that for us. I really wish everybody would get out of that stereotype. But again, I wouldn't know how to do that myself. But I agree with you about, about really pouring into other people. That's something that I like to do, like just be a mentor to other young girls who, like right now I'm helping this young lady. Her name is Kayla. She has a bakery business, and I promote her probably more than I promote myself, but she's always coming to me for that type of advice. And I didn't think about it until you just said how the lady Natalie poured into you. It's so important. Nadia poured into you. It's so important for us to pour into each other, to lift each other up and empower and empower each other, so that we know that we can do this. Because the moment that you get that glance of, well, if she's not going to help me, then who's going to help me? You immediately feel like you can't do this. You don't know where to turn and you don't know where to go. So
it becomes overwhelming.
That's a good word. It does get extremely overwhelming, especially when you're in this by yourself. Like, I don't have a staff with my company. It's just me. So it gets overwhelming to be everything. Oh, Lord, I need to read this. Because all the pressure of my business is just like, oh, wait on me. Good Lord.
Anyways, season 5 Cal podcast. We got Melinda in here talking about Black women. All right, Melinda, we're going to another nasty question.
Okay.
Is it okay to fantasize about somebody else while you're having sex with somebody else?
Is it okay to do it?
That's the question. I'm asking you.
It depends on the situation. I'll say that.
But you had to think about it.
I had to think about it because, okay, I'm one of them type people where I have to look at it from different angles. So
Okay.
being single, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if
Okay.
you're married, yes, there's something wrong with it. Because if you're putting somebody else in place of your mate with your fantasies, that's wrong. But when you're single and you have no obligation to anybody, whatever it takes to get you there. And if this person ain't doing it, do what you got to do. Does that, without getting too graphic, AJ?
I know. Thank you. I got it. We're going to another question before we get back into it. In your mate, do you have to see any similarities between them and your dad?
No.
Okay. So my next question, Quita, you look like you was ready to say something about that.
Oh, no. I was just listening.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Remember, you're married.
I am.
I know. So my next question, Melinda, is when we're dealing with, we're talking about Black women. How do you feel being a Black woman?
I love it. I wouldn't change my race for anything.
So do you feel now remember, we're talking about 2023. Do you feel like being a Black woman is a positive right now?
Absolutely. Like, I agree with what Quita said, how it, being a Black woman now is the thing. So, I mean, and to be honest with you, I'm not even boasting right now. I'm just speaking true facts. We've always been the trendsetters. We was just never given credit. It's only been recently that we've been given credit for the things that we've been had, like our body parts.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop there because I was leading to a point, which was good. You did good. Remember, I'm still big brother. You have people who say Young Miami, JT, Meg Thee Stallion, actually ruin things for Black women with the hot girls and city girl stuff. But right now, all three are in, one sort of kind of in a relationship. Diddy had a baby outside of Young Miami, but all three now are in a relationship. So, and let me throw Cardi B in there too. Here you have Black women who's out there saying, do whatever, however. Now they're like, I'm only going to do it with my man.
Okay.
So do you think it's like a miscommunication right now with Black women?
I don't think it's a miscommunication. Once again, I think it goes back to what I said before about, how women, they need to, either they're finding themselves or they've already found themselves and they're going with the flow. Now, as far as these artists, the things that they put out, people need to remember it's literally called the entertainment industry. It's for entertainment. It does not mean change your lifestyle and who you are. If you don't know who you are, of course, you're going to take things, like WAP and all this other type of stuff and make it
Hot
who
Girl
you
Summer.
Are.
Yes, don't forget about
Live
Hot Girl
by
Summer.
it.
Yes, it was.
You're going to live
Love
by
Hot
it.
Girl Summer.
Exactly.
Love Hot Girl Summer.
Like they take
Love
all
Hot
that
Girl
stuff
Summer.
and they embody it and they become the I'm bad and bougie, whatever. But when you know who you are, you don't let that stuff dictate the moves that you make and the woman that you become. Because obviously none of these women, they're not even doing this stuff, because Cardi B is married. Just like you said, these other girls, they're kind of in relationships right now. So they're literally looking for the same things that the rest of us are looking for. They're looking for success in relationships, love, commitment, consistency, all this type of stuff. It's no different. It's just they're famous and they got money. I ain't mad at them. So yeah, it's literally just like you just need to find yourself and know who you are. Yeah.
Exactly. I think I don't think they ruined it. We all know sex sells.
Yeah.
And it's been proven over and over again. Beyonce don't do all this stuff. Why they don't use her as a role model? Because she's doing something positive. They want to use the negative because they want to tear us down.
Right. Well, now they talking about, old girl, the pastor, talking about You ain't
She's a
the real
witch.
Christian. Yeah, I still don't get that part. Like,
It goes back to what she said. Like, if you choose to live by those things,
Yeah.
I mean, but then she had tweeted that she had been to a Beyonce concert. Like,
that's before she said.
I
I
don't
saw
even.
that. So that was before she got saved, because she used to work in the club.
Okay.
And that's why we lose a lot of people nowadays anyway, because we judge them on the things that we used to do. Like,
That doesn't go
so you weren't part of the hive when you went to the Beyonce concert? Like, whatever.
Okay. So my next question, Melinda, is
I didn't
what is it?
cuss.
You didn't. I did. Fuck it. What is a high value Black woman?
Oh.
My definition.
Yeah, not Quita's, not mine's, not the Cal. What is your definition of a high value Black woman?
I think a woman who just exudes the ultimate femininity about herself, a woman who fully embraces, the feminine, all of the feminine side of her, who is she's a lady. She's very classy, she's elegant, she's not bougie. Don't get that misconstrued. In my opinion, that's where our value lies, and just our presence. Just when we walk into a room, you don't even have to be wearing a shiny dress, you don't have to be all gaudy. It doesn't take all that. Just when you walk in, do you automatically speak volumes without even saying a word? You walking in the mall and heads are turning, not because you don't even have to be dressed a
What
certain
you got on. Right.
No, you're just people feel that energy and that vibe, especially men, because that type of energy attracts masculine energy. So to me, that's what a high value woman is. Because I mean, the money is good, the success is good, popularity is good, fame, okay, sometimes it can get to your head, but to be high value, that's just what I think that it is. Also, education, I think that's very important.
Okay. Last two questions, Melinda. We're gonna put them together from tonight's conversation. First question, relationship question. What is something a man has done for you that was non-sexual, but it was sexy?
Touch me without touching me.
What is something that, not that, but anything that was non-sexual, but it was sexy when he did it?
Let me think about that for a second.
We got time. As
okay.
I lit my cigar.
Oh my God. Okay, something that wasn't meant to be sexy, but
Can't play us on the cab. We're gonna get our answer.
Think.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Yep. Yep. Thinking about it, ain't you, Quita?
I really am trying to come up
I'm
with
gonna answer. I'll probably answer in the after party.
You're gonna answer when?
In the after party, where we don't, where it's not recorded.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Something. Okay.
Matter of fact, we gotta start putting stuff on our Patreon too, Quita, because we got a Patreon.
Be classified area.
Yeah, G14 classified. Gotta get an answer. We'll be on this bitch all night.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
That's what it is. It is G14. I was like, be classified. Okay.
G14 classified is on all the end of our videos.
Okay. I think I have a good answer. Okay, yeah. I think I have a good answer. So when I first moved here, I was hanging around this group of friends. I don't hang around them no more. Long story, but one particular guy out of the group, I didn't really know him that well, but there was one instance one night when we had all went out and I knew I was going to drink. So I decided not to drive. I Ubered to the location where we were going to meet up. And after we were done, like we literally like shut the club down or whatever, or the lounge that we was at. And everybody had pretty much dispersed. And I was waiting on my Uber. And I was standing outside with the security guard. And the guy in the group, I don't even remember his name. The guy in the group, he drove by and he seen me still standing there. And I thought that he was going to like offer me a ride home or something like that. But he was just like, I mean, I can't, he was like, I can't take you home or whatever, because what did he say? I don't know. It was a reason why that he couldn't take me home. But what did he do? He basically just like parked his car, and even the security guard left, and he stood up there and he waited with me with the Uber. Now I know this doesn't seem like much, because this is something that like any decent human being would do. But I guess that particular night, Uber was just having some difficulties. So it got to the point where like I was waiting like an hour or whatever for the Uber to get here. And so because Uber had charged my card already for it, what he did was he called somebody to come get his car. And because it was late, he went in the Uber. Like the first stop was my place and the second stop was his place. That may seem creepy, but I just thought that was very decent of him to do that.
Right.
So yeah, it wasn't, I wouldn't consider that sexy, but it's just, I don't know, just that was just, he didn't have to do that.
It was heartfelt.
Yeah, there you go. It was heartfelt.
All right.
Yeah,
last question.
That's all I got.
I don't know. That's the wrong person. If you could only use one move to turn on your spouse, what would it be?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can say, I'm just going to, let me know what you're going to say so I can unmute.
Say it again.
Myself. Huh?
Say it.
If you could only use one move to turn on your spouse, what would it be? I'm going to disconnect my headphones. So if you want to say what you need to say, Quita's on. She's good to go. Just put the thumbs up when you're done saying
it. To be honest with you, Quita, I don't even know what the hell you talking about. One move I would use to turn on my spouse, like when we doing it. Is that what you talking about?
Like, yeah, sexually, or
like one
what would
move,
you do to
like,
turn your?
Oh, to turn him on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. One move to turn him on, I would touch him. Not
correct, absolutely.
I mean, not just touch him. I mean, like I would not just touch him like in his area, his specific area. I would touch him all over. I would touch him on his neck and on his arms, caress his back. I would run my fingers through his hair if he had hair, or run my fingers on his bald head, and I would kiss him extremely, extremely deeply and let him know, hey, I want you. And I think once a man realizes that, hey, this is about to go down and she's into me, then he's going to be into me and it's going to happen. And then after that, his headphones is muted. He'll hear it later. Well, no, I ain't say it on his podcast. I was about to say something. I'm not going to say it.
You can say it in the after party.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah.
You had fun with that one, Quita? Because you sure was laughing a lot.
She had to explain to me what you was talking about at first, because I didn't know what you was, because you muted your headphones so quick.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh my God.
So, any other questions, Quita, before we get to these KI podcast questions?
Yes.
Go.
I wanted to know about her business.
No, she can talk about that way. We give you a point to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Quita,
No,
don't
no, no.
after we you want to talk about the business or promote the business?
No, I wanted to talk about the business.
Oh,
Like,
go
what
ahead.
does she
Go ahead.
do?
I'm a private chef.
She was supposed to cook. She was supposed to cook breakfast with us that weekend.
I know, but
she
the
had-
podcast doesn't know what she does.
Oh, but yeah, go.
Okay, you're a private chef, and what's the name of your business?
Chef Joy Meals, or just Meals by Chef Joy. The LLC is Chef Joy Meals. I'll say that. So
Okay.
I offer private catering, not specifically like big catering events like galas or weddings or whatever. I haven't gotten there yet, but so far I've done like intimate settings between like couples, like Valentine's Day. I actually catered for this man who proposed to his girlfriend. It was so beautiful, and he spent some money on that meal because they wanted a 5-course meal. I offer everything from a 3-course meal up to a 10-course meal if that's what you want. But I have some clients who request that many courses. So, hey, whatever's your bag, I'll cook whatever you want me to, as long as you pay me. And other than that, I do have a full-time job. I run a restaurant, and then I have a part-time job as well. And then I also do.
She want all the money.
Yes. I'm also in the process of becoming a Texas notary. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. So what's holding you back on the weddings? Okay.
Just what we discussed earlier, honestly, the process, right? Because if you're going to be a caterer, then you have to have people to service, to clean, to set up and take down. And right now I don't have that, or even the means to get the proper equipment that I would need to transport and to get a van or rent a van and all that. So, but I'm working on those figures, and I'm working on it because I would like to become not just a private chef, but also a full private catering business one day.
Okay, how long you been doing this?
I've been a private chef since I moved to Houston. So since 2019. My business didn't start taking off until 2021 when I got on a few platforms as a private chef. And now those platforms, they still service me pretty good to this day. But then I also offer just my services through word of mouth, really, and my Instagram page.
Right.
I'm working on my website, though.
All right.
And
Thank you, AJ. Florida.
Y'all really call him that? Florida?
Yeah.
Yes, DatboiFlorida.
Yeah.
That's Florida. He doesn't have a real name.
I don't. You think like people think it's a joke? I told you I'm only AJ east of the Mississippi River, west of the Mississippi River. DatboiFlorida is well known than AJ.
I got you.
Nobody knows AJ. It's only about 9 people know AJ west of the Mississippi River.
Okay.
So DatboiFlorida. The name is there for a reason.
Does it sounds weird hearing people calling Florida?
Yeah, but I mean, I grew up with him, so yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's fine.
Melinda STURGIS in the calf with us, season 5. We talking about Black women. We finna go to these Cal podcast questions. Anything else, Quita?
Nothing else.
Are you ready for these questions? Because you haven't heard all the questions.
Oh, I'm scared.
Awesome. Melinda, Cal podcast questions. We're gonna ask you: is it gonna be either or? Is it gonna be some? It's gonna be you could pick 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3, but you can't pick all 3. And then you're gonna some you're gonna fill in the blank. All right, Melinda. First question: love or money?
Love.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Financial literacy.
If you had to pick your man, skinny, bulk, or fat boy season?
Bulk.
You could pick 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3. I'm gonna mute my mic again too. T-shirt and panties, lingerie, or nothing. Give me the thumbs up when
Nothing.
Next question. Same thing. If you could pick 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3. Drunk sex, high sex, or sober sex as I disconnect my mic.
It's a tie between drunk sex and sober sex.
Mm.
All right, Melinda. When dealing with a man, what is the deal breaker? How many kids he got or how many baby mamas he got?
Mm.
Both.
Both?
Got to pick one.
Baby mamas.
Really?
Can I explain?
Go.
So if you have 6 kids with 6 different baby mamas, that's 6 different women that you done let down. I ain't finna be number 7. If you have 6 kids with 3 baby mamas, that just means that you actually stayed in a relationship long enough to have multiple children with one of those women. And 9 times out of 10, that woman was your wife, which means that you had the courage to walk down the aisle, which lets me know you have the ability to potentially be a husband.
Okay.
Or a long-term mate. But like I said, I wouldn't pick neither one of them. But if I had to pick, that one.
Melinda, what are 3 things that you're looking
like
for
that
in your
question.
mate?
A God-fearing man, a man who really goes out of his way to treat a woman special, and consistency.
Melinda, if your pH balance is off, would you let a man go down on you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's he looked like he had stopped breathing, did he?
Is waiting 90 days even worth it?
No. Well, no, I take that back. It is. It is worth it.
Melinda, what is the best advice a Black woman ever gave you?
Never let a man tell you more than once that he doesn't want you.
Ooh.
All right, fill in the blank. Black women should blank for Black men. Black women should for Black men.
Black women should
Black women should blank for Black men.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Black women should stand up for Black men.
Black men should for Black women. And you can't give me the same answer.
Shit. Black men should comfort Black women.
That is a new one. Let me write that down. Melinda, if you could have a conversation with 3 Black women, dead or alive, who are they? If you could have a conversation with 3 Black women, dead or alive, who are they?
Mary McLeod Bethune, Cicely Tyson, and Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. All right, Melinda, this is our Cal podcast question. We've been asking this question to everybody since season 1. And I kind of figured where you're going to go with this one. Who has the better pancakes? Whataburger or Cracker Barrel?
Those are my options?
Yes.
Girl.
This is our question.
You did so well the entire podcast. Don't fuck up now.
Okay, it's between Whataburger and Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even tasted them. I didn't know Whataburger sells pancakes. And I'm in Texas. I guess
so that's a no?
What do you mean that's a no? You said either or, right?
I mean, if you haven't, have you had Cracker Barrel pancakes?
Yeah.
So technically you don't know yet. So it's it's you in the middle because you haven't had Whataburger yet.
Right. But
Okay, all right.
I thought you said I had to pick one.
If you never had Whataburger, there's no way you can pick Cracker Barrel. So we're gonna pause you until you have Whataburger, and then we'll bring you back and answer the question.
Oh, wow.
You know what?
Yes.
That's why I'm gonna go for breakfast tomorrow, just because you said it.
Bow. And then we'll get the answer. So we don't know yet. So technically it's 0-0, Quita.
Let me guess. You like Whataburger pancakes?
Doggone right. I'm the one that told them about it.
Oh my God.
All right, Melinda, last question. So I'm gonna put a picture of this black woman. You know this black woman. You didn't see her. This black woman came to Houston. I think she done came to Jacksonville, but you done seen about it. You know more about it than some people. But I want you to give us 3 things about this black woman that most people don't know about her. All right. So you got to give us 3 things about this black woman that I'm about to show you. Hold on. Oh, where's my picture? Oh, I didn't delete it. Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Give us 3 things about this black woman right here.
Ah. The 3 things about this black woman that most people don't know.
That most people don't know.
She's been through a lot that a lot of people don't know. Even some family members don't know.
Don't know.
2, God has destined her for greatness she hasn't even tapped into yet.
That's 2. Number 3.
3, she can still wear this dress.
All right. 3 things about that black woman right there.
Oh, them legs. Oh my God.
Season 5 Cow Podcast. We got Melinda STURGIS in the cow. Melinda's a part of the show where we get you the promote, talk about your business. If you want to give them your IG, your Facebook, your business, it's all up to you. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you for having me on here.
Thank you, my big brother.
Thank you, my big brother.
There you go.
For having me on here.
Here we
Damn
go.
right. Damn
Okay.
right.
So my business, as I stated earlier, is I am a private chef, and that is
Point
something.
down. Point down, because that's where I'm gonna put it. Point down.
Okay, that I am a private chef. That is something that I want to do full time, is cater and share my recipes with other people. I do live caterings as well. I've done one for a children's home in West Palm Beach, Florida, where I did a live cooking process with them, and they completely enjoyed it. We made a crispy salmon with a crispy salmon on top of grits with this Parmesan cream sauce. It was so good, and they totally enjoyed work. I love working with kids. So I don't just do caterings. I also teach classes on how to cook. I have a basics 1, 2, and 3, all the way up to level 10. As well as I offer baking, and I offer travel as well. I've been known to reach out to a couple different cities and offer my catering service. So wherever you need me to go, if you're hungry, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna feed you. Chef Joy Meals, with everything, choose joy. My Instagram is Chef Joy Meals, at Chef Joy Meals.
Quita, my sister, graduated from Bethune-Cookman College. She then decided, I want to go to culinary school. She went to culinary school, got her culinary degree. Most people would try to go work at a fancy place. My sister went to Waffle House. At Waffle House, my sister was like the executive, regional, whatever. Any Waffle House got opened up in Florida when she got hired, they always sent her to go run it and get it up and going. My sister wanted a job at Waffle House. They turned it down. My sister packed up her shit, moved to Houston, got a better job. My sister.
So you wanted a job doing what?
She wanted to be like.
I wanted to grow with the company. Yeah.
Right.
It didn't happen.
But
they don't value us.
Yeah. So she moved to Houston and out there rock and roll. But my sister went through something I think was real dramatic, and I want Melinda to talk about it. Melinda, tell us what happened to your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Dang, you really put me on the spot. Okay.
I think we got to talk about, because Black women go through a lot, and this is one of them situations that I hope I never have to experience.
Okay.
A traumatic
And
experience.
I hope it's something Quita never have to experience, but just so happened you did. Tell us about your ex-boyfriend and tell us what happened.
Okay, so when I first moved to Houston, I did move here with a significant other. And we met in Jacksonville. We're both from Duval. And when I moved here, the plan was for him to help me move here, and then he was going to fly back. He was only supposed to stay here 4 days. But we were in love. We were seriously in love. And so he decided to stay. At the time, I had moved into like the second bedroom with one of my sorority sisters out here. And so me and him, we just lived in that one bedroom. And then we went through a very difficult time. We struggled financially to like get out on our own 2 feet and find our own place. And it took a toll on our relationship from what I understand. And then all of a sudden his behavior started to change. And then one day he didn't come home one night. And when he finally showed up, he basically just said, you know, I'm tired of this. And he packed everything up in the bag that I bought him. And he went somewhere. And where he went, I don't know. And he was gone for 11 days. And then on the 11th day, he called me and he said, what is it going to take for me to come back? And at that moment, I had a choice. Either I can bring him back and we can start over, but I chose not to, because you're not going to treat me like that and have me going through all this. So ultimately, I said no. So he packed his stuff and he moved back to Jacksonville. All this happened in January of 2020. This was right before COVID had really, really affected the United States, right? So he moved back in January. Come February, we finally started to reach out to each other again and really start to talk about the problems in our relationship. By the time March hit, we were really comfortable with each other, and we were trying to work out our differences. We wasn't really trying to reconcile, but we were talking to each other. And then one day I got a phone call from an old associate of mine from Waffle House, because that's where we met. I was his boss. But we didn't start dating until after I decided to leave Waffle House. And she basically told me that that he had passed away. And it was I never forget, I was at my current job, and when I got the news, I was up at a register, like cashing out a customer, and I just so happened to have my phone on me, and I answered it, and then I just started screaming. And they had to rush me into the bathroom. I don't know how I drove home, because I just remember it was raining and the tears was falling down my eyes, and I couldn't go to work for a few days. I went into a serious depression because I blamed myself for it. You know,
How did he pass away, Melinda?
I still don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know how he passed away. His family has told me that, you know, they did an autopsy, but the autopsy was taken so long because they couldn't find what happened to him that they had to stop the autopsy just so that they can go through the funeral. And then after the funeral was over, I think his mother and his grandmother ultimately decided that we don't care. Just, they went ahead and buried him. I'm not sure if they cremated him or not, but they just decided to lay him to rest. But shortly after that, I found myself needing, you know, some counsel. So I went into therapy about it, and to seek help about it. And I wish more people would go into therapy, but I really needed it because I seriously blamed myself, because he asked me, can I come home? And I had to think for myself. And this is something that my therapist had me to think. And it's like, Melinda, if he was still alive to this day, would your answer still be no? And I said, yeah, it would still be no. So it's not that it was my fault. And it's not that I could have stopped the inevitable. You know, when God says it's your time, it's your time. The difference would have just been, it would have been his time, you know, laying in bed next to me as opposed to laying in bed back home in Jacksonville with his family. Because that's what happened.
Yeah.
He went to sleep one night and he just didn't wake up. He was 29 years old. He was younger than me. He was very young. The year that he died, he was supposed to turn 30. So it took me a while to get over it, but ultimately I did. And I forgave myself. And yeah, I'm good now. Way good.
Season 5 Cal Podcast, we're talking about black women. We got my sister in the Cal. Melinda, thank you for getting on. Now that we got this out of the way, you ain't got to bug me no more.
Wait a minute. I asked you one time if I can get on. You made it seem like I was bugging.
Dang.
Well, anyway, so that's Quita. Perk, you know, he used to get on when he get on, but he had his current situation. Cal Podcast, like I said, we're going to get better and do better. And y'all have a good night.
Get better.
G14 classified. That's good.
Long live DJ Star.